So Neural DSP released John Mayer archetype yesterday. This is huge news for the guitar community and for a lot of guitarists like me who aren't always chasing the high gain stuff. This is really exciting, especially from Neural DSP, one of the best plugin makers for guitar in the game. Yep, I picked it up. It's pretty much an instant buy, and I had 5 minutes with it before I had to shoot off yesterday, so I thought I'd do a little video just showing my first initial impressions of it, as if you were diving into it for the first time. I'm quite familiar with the Neural DSP plugins. I got a few of them. My favourite one's actually the Morgan Suite, I believe it's called. I find it's just really suits the tones that I really like. I also have the Mateus and the Choreo one, which is really good stuff, and the Pliny. But this is huge because it's John Mayer, one of the most famous artists in the world, as well as a guitarist. So let's dive in and check out some of the presets, some of the amps, and see what we've got here. So straight from the off, the default setting, they got a great thing here where they combine all three amps together. I believe the one on the right, on the left here, sorry, is like based on the Fender, the middle one is a Dumble, and the right one is a Two Rock. And this combines all three of them together, which is pretty cool actually. It doesn't have the full controls like these two. This has all the EQ of the amps, but then the three just has a blend of them together, which I'm actually quite down with because I like limitations. I don't want to be overwhelmed by three amps, like settings of three different amps to combine with. I think that I'll just get overwhelmed by too much control, if you know what I mean. So by default, let's just see what it sounds like. Ooh, I mean, it's not shit from the off, is it? That's a lovely reverb, that is. So let's dive into them separately. So the left amp, this is off the Fender. So if I just play E chords, quite a lot of the time, a lot of people playing a lot of lead stuff. For the stuff that I do, the pop stuff, is all about rhythm playing. So I love to hear just the sound of all the amps just playing an E chord. I mean, they're all lovely. All three of them together. It's got a lot more mids on this deluxe. Nice. Let's have a look at some of these pedals. So he's got a little boost here on the left. Apparently he always has that on, which I'm down with. Definitely thickens out. Yeah. Sounds lovely. I mean, I'm playing Strat. I imagine a lot of this stuff is modeled for single coils. I use Strat because he is known to be a Strat or PRS player, but pretty much a Strat. Let's flick through. And then there's this half-man OD. lovely little overdrive there. This one's a bit more driving. Lovely. What's this? Oh yeah, this is like a... I get this right, it's almost like a slap, I believe. There you go. What's a blend? Okay, that's a blend, that's a mix knob. Lovely. It's quite subtle, but definitely does something. What else we have? Gravity tank. Let me turn the other pedal off. So this is a tremolo and a spring reverb. Very nice. But let's make everything quite dry for now. So that dry as hell, so you can really hear the effects. Ooh. Let's sync it. No need to sync. Let's put some spring on. That's gorgeous, very smooth, very silky. And then we've got the amp section on the next, got the cab section. You know what? I love the cab sections in all the guitar plugins. I barely touch because it's all a bit, it's just a bit too much for me. Let's just jiggle some stuff around, see what difference in sounds it makes. I mean, it is definitely, I see it as more like a fine tuning of a tone. Once you've found like a really good preset that you like, you can almost use this as a bit of EQ or to create some space when you move the mics a bit further away. The next tab, you have some EQ. It looks like a Pultec type EQ at the top. And a distressor, apparently is to John Mayer's ratio that he likes. Let's try the input, there we go. Let's flick through some sounds actually. Oh, E flat. I mean, that probably sound good coming out the speakers, but sat here with the guitar hearing it acoustically because my guitar's tuned to E standard, and then that coming out E flat, I could hear the dissonance, so it just made me feel a bit weird. There we go. Lovely. And then finally you have the Dream delay. Again, I imagine it's all to John Mayer's spec, so they're not going to be shit. Let's go through different preset. Gravity clean. Oh, very sparkly. Let's put the delay on. Ping pong. Let's crank the mix up on the studio reverb as well, get a bit more ambient on it. Often with reverbs I like to roll off some of the lows because it gets a bit muddy. Very sparkling clean. It's perfect for pop stuff. Really is perfect for the pop stuff. Could really do some nice swell stuff, I think. Well, that stuff probably boost, put on a bit of a drive just for a bit of sustain there. Again, let's just go wild and crank this stuff up. Nice. So that's the general board. I really love, I'm not sure if they had it on the other Neural DSP plugins, but they got this, I know they always had the gate, but now you can lock it. So when you change presets, the gate stays the same. You got it for transpose, doubler, and also output. So you don't have to keep switching it back on when you change presets. That is very nice. Of course, the classic tuner. Let's have a little scroll through some of the presets. Just get some more. Let's just click on some random ones. Neural DSP, artist. Just click on some random. Very nice. That's kind of spooky. You can see I always just start with an E chord for each because it helps me compare a lot of the tones and just think more about the tones as opposed to just noodling around. Wow. I love weird sounds like this, which doesn't sound like a guitar, because it really inspires me for coming up with a song like this. Ooh, dirty. That's nice. All in the fingers. Love the room sound in this. I love how long it sustains for. I don't know what amp this is based on. It's all of them at the same time. Gorgeous sustain. Oh, I mean, it's not shit. It's definitely got some lovely I could just sit here and do this and listen to this all day. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Oh. Bit of Better Call Saul there for you. This amp is absolutely lovely. I can see myself using this a lot for my studio recordings. I do a lot of remote recordings, and I'm toggled between Morgan's my go-to at the moment. Recently Universal Audio released their Paradise plugin, which again I love it because it's not all high gain stuff, it's all very usable pop stuff basically, and now this adds to my color palette, which I'm really excited about. So these are my initial thoughts. I hope you guys get a bit of a sense what the plugin and how it sounds like and whether it's right for you. For me, yeah, it is a no-brainer. Hope to see you guys soon on another video. Cheers!